Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Croissants, baguette. We're doing a no makeup like a French woman would do makeup. So that's why I'm speaking French. You know, when I'd go to France, I'd speak Spanish, but somehow they'd always understand me. Anyway, there was a period of time where I was absolutely obsessed, wanting to wear the no makeup look. And I remember that I was in Amsterdam at the time, and I'd been in France and I was in Amsterdam, and I was in they have these wonderful, they're like little buses. And I looked at I knew that she was French because she was speaking French. So I looked at her and I noticed that indeed she was wearing makeup, but it was so subtle that you wouldn't know that it was makeup unless you were standing above her or sitting next to her. So that's what we're doing today, is a no makeup that's so easy to put on, that it's effortless, that it's something to put on quickly when you need to kind of have it all together, but you don't. Well, you do, but you don't. So here we go. And what I'm using is a French brand, and it's called Typology. Now, I can't tell you how many videos I watched of people putting on Typology makeup. And so this is it. It's a skin tint, and the makers are French, and it's all skincare ingredients. So there's no smell. Maybe that's no smell. What would that be? No fragrance. They have a lot of skincare, but I just don't need it. I went and I purchased all. So this is not sponsored. I just purchased all of the makeup. Well, not all of it, but the ones I wanted. So we're going to start with the skin tint. Now they've only got 6 colors, which is not a lot, but you're going to see that. So I got 2 colors for you. I got a light. What is this called? I got a light, and I got another light. What is this called? This is number one, and this is fair, and this is light. So what I think I should do, so I was putting it on before, I think I should mix them. And they also say you don't use a brush with them. It's better if you just use your fingers. So I'm going to start with the skin tint. And let me get this hair out of the way. Okay. So I'm going to start with maybe 2 light, 1, 2, I think, and 1 fair. Okay, so I'm going to mix it up, and I'm going to put it on my face. Now, I've got City Beauty, I don't know what it's called, City Beauty something on my lips to moisturize them before I put it on. So this has a smell, but it's a smell that goes away. And I contacted them, and they said that it's just the smell of the ingredients. It doesn't smell like a fragrance. It smells kind of, I don't know, chemical. So you put this on, and you can see that it's not like you need to go to the drugstore or you need to go to the market, and you just want to put on something fast and something that makes you look halfway decent, but makes you look this is the way the French, they don't wear makeup, right? Because they're so perfect. You know, they just do lots of skincare. So this is putting a kind of I'd say it's a veil of color. It isn't even a lot. It's a veil. I like that. I like that word. So as the French do, you wouldn't even know that I had anything on. What do we think? Do I put more on? Now, you know, Violette French. Violette, she has her own line of, she was a YouTuber and then started her own makeup company. She says you don't put makeup on your nose, so then it looks like you're not wearing makeup. So, but then it looks red. I'm putting makeup on my nose. You don't want to go around with a red nose. But I'm not putting a heavy amount. I'm not putting a heavy amount anywhere. Okay, there we go. I'm putting it underneath my eye. Now they have a concealer, and it's in aluminum so that it's ecologically good. And I guess I'll put it on with a finger. But you know, the French, they don't mind having dark circles. It means that they had a busy night last night. They just don't mind it. There. I mean, it looks fine, right? It's not perfect, but who is? And you don't want to look that perfect. The French don't want to look that perfect. They want to look real. You know what? I'm going to put some on my eyelid because it'll take care of the discoloration. Okay? There. So this just looks like, let's see, a veil of color all over. Now, I recently found a really good eyebrow. This is both a pencil at one end and a brush on the other end. So one side is, see, a pencil, and the other side is a brush. And the color is so good. It's called Blade. It's called Brow Blade. But what I like is it's a great color. And doesn't it look like the color of my eyebrows? This doesn't get red. It doesn't get orange. Maybe it looks kind of charcoal. Okay, and then I do this one. What do you think? I think it looks good. Do you? Is it too dark? Is it too black? Maybe. So let me brush it up. No, I like that it isn't red. So I like that. Okay, so I've got that on. Then, you know what? They've got what people rave about is they've got this thing that glows. You know, I like that this cover-up. It doesn't go into into the creases. It just lightly covers it, just about as if you do something dark, then it looks pasty, and this doesn't look pasty. It looks fine. I'm 85. I'm not perfect. Okay, and then we're going to put a little glow on. People rave about this. You know where I'm going to put glow on? I'm going to put it on my eyes. But I like a glow on my eyelids. And you know what else I'm going to put on? I'm going to put this bronzer. I'm just going to put a dot of it. So it just kind of emphasizes, that I've got a crease there. Again, you can, and this was how the French that I saw on the bus looked. They wear their makeup just in tones, so that you can't even see it, but it's there. See, I like that look, but I'm not putting too much on, just enough so that je ne sais quoi, stuff like that. Okay, so I've got that on. I've got my eyebrows. Now, the French love bronzer. They love bronzer because it makes them look like they've just been to Saint-Tropez. I love bronzer because Malibu is not far, and we've got so much sun, and I never sit out in the sun, and everybody looks golden, and they've got, browning on their body? What's that called? Anyway, I don't do that. So I'm going to put, so I've got a little shine here. I forgot the other side of my face. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit on the other side of my face, so it looks like I have moist skin. Okay, actually I went to a party, and I saw a woman, and obviously somebody had made her up, and her whole face was all shiny. It looked terrible, but she's a nice person, so who cares? Okay, so I must admit, I love this RMS, is it called Silver Slipper? I think it is. No, it's Beach Walk Betty. Oh my goodness, I've been putting the wrong thing on. That is hysterical. This is the Beach Walk Betty, and I thought it was Silver Slipper. What? So I put it on really lightly. Really lightly. I put it over my nose. I love it over my nose. So again, it's really light. I mean, would you think that would you call this a no makeup look? Wouldn't you? You got to use a brush and buff, buff, buff. Buff, buff, buff. Buff, buff, buff. Okay. Oh, eyeliner. So this is Makeup Forever Aqua Resist. And I'm just going to put it up here. Not a lot. Because I don't want it to look like I'm putting makeup on, right? So I'm just putting, just subtle, lightly. And I'm not going to, well, am I? Okay, I'll put it down here. But again, it's really subtle, don't you think? I think so. So it's subtle. But see, it's really a light amount. Okay, and then I am going to put on mascara because I think they would put on mascara. And I've got this Thrive mascara in black brown. But you know what? I want to find brown mascara. So this is Thrive, and you know what? What is it? So it's flake-free tubing mascara. So let's see how it goes on. I love the way it separates the lashes, and because I'm not wearing makeup, right? Here we go. So I have vowed to always take my makeup off. You know, I shouldn't be admitting that to you. I should be setting a better example, especially my eye makeup. I like this black brown, and I like the way it goes on. I like that. It looks good. Okay, Thrive, you got a customer. So this was sent to me for PR, and I mean, it was months ago, and this time I'm using it, and I really like it. This is really nice mascara. I like that brown. That looks good. You know, it's funny, I'm putting makeup on now. We've been invited to our neighbors for dinner. By the time I'm finished, I'll have my makeup done. You know, it's fun trying something new. Remember, I bought that burgundy mascara, and I'm also liking this brown. Now, one of the makeup artists on YouTube mentioned that Lash Clash, which is by YSL, has a gorgeous brown mascara. I like this. I have that Lash Clash in black, and I don't know, it was kind of goopy. Maybe I'll try it again with the brown, because I really like brown now. Is that going to be my new thing? It looks good and soft. Do I look like I've got makeup on? Let's see. No, I think I look really natural. Now, they do use blush, but they use it discreetly because they don't want to look like a clown. So I've got this RMS blush that what's her name? Rosemary loves, and it's called Spell. And I like this a lot because you can see it's not very much of a color. So it doesn't look clowny. It just adds, and she was putting it right here. I'm not sure why, but it adds a little bit of color, not a lot, and it's kind of a pink, but it's more like the color, you know what? It's the color of my pink skin. It looks great. It looks great. I really like it. I love the idea that it's such a light color. Okay, we're almost done. So remember, this is the no makeup look, so that I can go to the market and not be embarrassed, or not, I can be respectful of other people and look halfway decent. I'm going to be going to a meeting, I think on Monday, and I'm going to wear this makeup because I think a lot of the ladies are going to be wearing tons of makeup and lots of color and I'm going to look different. No makeup. They're going to think I'm French. Don't you think so? Now, let me show you the coup de grace. Now, what that is, that's when you fall madly in love, and it's the coup of your heart. And that's wait till you see the lipstick. So, where is it? This is not cheap lipstick. This is Gucci Westman, and it's the color Minx. And let me tell you the story. A couple of months ago, my niece, who lives in Belgium, in Ghent, was saying, Sandy, have you tried the Gucci Westman lipstick? And I said, no, I didn't want to, because it's matte. And I thought that matte was too matte, and that my lips would be, dry, and it would look ugly. It would look matte. And I like, a glow, something like that. So I didn't buy it. But then, I don't know what, but she told me to buy, did I already mention it? She told me to buy Minx. How she knew, living gazillions of miles away, that this would be the perfect color for me, I don't know. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what persuaded me, but I bought Minx. Oh, I know, I think it was a Sephora sale. So I bought this, and I waited a couple of weeks to try it. And then I tried it one day, and I fell madly in love. And you're going to say, why? Well, smart you. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to cut a liner. I'm going to go back and get the right, I love this lipstick so much. I'm going to go back to the Gucci Westman and buy the lipstick pencil that goes with this, because I've been wearing this nonstop. So let me tell you, first of all, it goes on and it feels like you're putting water on your lips. It feels so moist. At the same time, it looks matte, but it doesn't look matte in a dry, cakey way. It looks matte in a way that I don't think you see do you see all my lines, in my lips? I don't think you see them. I think it's kind of like a matte look that is just a beautiful lipstick and a beautiful color. So this is Minx. I love it. I wear it every day. Look at that. Is that a beautiful color? I love it. And to be honest, I think that's kind of a universal color that I think it looks great on gray hair. It's got, I don't know if you can see this from the camera, but it's got, it's a pink, it's a red, it's a coral. It's kind of all of them together, and they just look, it's beautiful. I love it. And this is what the French would wear. They'd wear a great lipstick, maybe red, but I think I need to fluff up my hair more. I think not only is it a beautiful color, I think it goes beautifully with gray hair. It stays on. It isn't one of those stay on forever things, but even when it comes off, it doesn't come off with like a what do you call it? A ridge of color, and then it's all the lipstick is gone. It kind of fades universally. It kind of fades altogether. It's just a dynamite color. So, and I think that you look at my face and you think, well, that looks nice. It doesn't look like a lot of makeup. And this is my no makeup. I'm loving the brown eye. I'm loving the brown mascara, and I'm loving the lipstick, and that little bit of Spell by RMS. Do you think I need powder? But then, wouldn't that be looking like too? I'm going to try. Okay, I'm going to try. So this is the Laura Mercier powder. So I'm taking most of it off. Just a little bit on. Do you like the powder? I'm just kind of doing it in the center of my face and leaving this highlighted. Let's see. That really looks nice. You know what? It really looks good. And that just a little bit of powder, just, in the center of your face. Not a lot, just a tiny bit. You know, this really looks good. It doesn't look like you're trying hard. It looks like you just came in from France, and I'm naturally beautiful. I don't need a lot of makeup and a lot of stuff. And I've got, look, I've got, you know, translucent on my eyelids. I don't have any makeup there, but what I've got is just translucent. And eyeliner, I don't even think you can tell I'm wearing it. Oh, wait a second. How did I do that? And you know this trick, don't you? So that's so that you don't get any lipstick on your teeth. So this is the no makeup look. I think it looks great. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, and remember, you know, I always forget. Remember to like it, give me a thumbs up, and that helps. That makes the algorithm show it to more people. So like it, give me a thumbs up. I love your comments. I have the best time answering your comments. I really enjoy them. I read every single one, and I try and answer every single one. So it's great seeing you again, and I'll talk to you later.